Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Today we are going to be going over the latest episode of Raising Kanan Season 2, episode number 5, called What Happens in the Catskills, okay? And a lot happened. Let me say hello to my people in the building. Hi, Robbie Jr. 68. Patty 718, Karen Jones, Samara, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for waiting. And Moochie. All right, guys, let's get right into this episode. Normally, I try to go midnight, but it's a work night, and I do want to respect that as well. It's not Friday or nothing like that. So we're just going to get into it. I want to go over a lot of things that I didn't touch on last night. So this is a full recap, guys. And that is what we are doing. Hey, Tro Farm. Hey, Support Gaming. All right, guys, let's get into this episode. Now, I do need to make sure that hold on, because I see that my slides are backwards. So we're going to get into it right now. Okay, so the episode starts off with our favorite crackhead. Well, he's at least my favorite crackhead, guys. And I was like, what is about to happen? Like, you hear 50 Cent, not 50 Cent, grown Kanan narrating about, the stuff that be happening at night. Most of the stuff is, most of the stuff that happens at night that's when the worst stuff happens, right? But in the morning, people are left to pick up the pieces and don't sleep on the morning time. I'm paraphrasing and everything. So I'm like, what is about to happen? Okay. But look, all my favorite crackhead wants to do is he wants to get lit. Like, he wants to get high. He wants to do what crackheads do. And he was not taking no for an answer. Okay, guys. Like, he was kicking the door, boom, 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 like with the foot and everything. Like, he was not trying to leave. He was about to be violent up in here. Okay. Cinnamon, hey, Eric Iverson, love you too. And I was just, hey, Kendall. And I was just like, okay, you know what? I need him to calm down. But anyway, Marvin comes out. You see he got the bag on. He's saying, listen, we close, which was very weird. Okay, but listen, we close. We know what's going on, dealing with a body situation. So we got to close everything down. We're not selling nothing today. So this guy is like, all right, what kind of crack house closed and how you going to, do that? But when Marvin came out and let him keep his money and told him, and gave him some of the, the stuff that he needed, he's like, all right, this is, it's fine with me, but what's going on? What's up with the suit and everything? Like, for me, it's like, bro, favorite crackhead, listen, if you got your stuff, be on your way. Why do you care? Why do you want to have a conversation? Why do you care about the outfit and the fashion of the drug dealer? Like, what's going on, bro? What's going on? You got what you needed. Get out of here. Okay. So Marvin was like, get the F out of here. And tell everybody that we closed for the day, which is, like I said, very odd. So we know that it's because he was getting rid of this body. And it was just hilarious to me. I know I told you guys this last night, but it was hilarious. And I just enjoyed this part of the episode. I know that there were some people that didn't like this episode, but I was not one of them. I enjoyed this episode when it was done. I even said it out loud, like, oh, this was a pretty good episode. So, it's okay if people don't like it, but it's all good. Now, we get to this scene here where we see these two guys staking out. The crazy thing, guys, is the first thing that I thought about was cops, and I do not know why. Like, we was introduced to the mob last week, so why are you thinking that these are cops? Like, it just didn't register to me. And then I had to realize, okay, nope, not cops, the mob. And the fact that Rock was kind of sleeping a little bit with this situation, the fact that she said, okay, we're not going to be, when she spoke to Marvin, she was like, we're not going to do any runs to Jersey until I get back, right? But at the same time, when Marvin was like, okay, how about we stop the business altogether? You know what I mean? She was like, no, because if we stop that, then they're going to come over here to us. They're going to start messing with our stuff in New York. Like, once the sharks smell blood and all of that stuff. So my point in saying all that, guys, is, well, if you feel this way and you know that these guys are going to make their way over to New York, then you should kind of also be leery about just you being out like that, the fact that if they're gonna come over and mess with your business in New York, then you should be thinking that they're gonna probably be following you, have some eyes on you, like you dealing with the mob. I mean, a lot of people are saying Lulu is a sucker, blah blah blah, but he is so right at the end of the day when he tells her that these are not the people that you want to mess with. So we'll get to that a little later, because she does tell this guy right here, Jimmy, that she's gonna work something out with Sal, which a lot of us kind of, we thought that anyway, right? So old nose here, I know this, I don't really like to talk about people like their appearances, especially if it's real. I'm sorry, no, I don't want to say that this actor, though, I'm pretty sure he knows he has a big nose, okay? But he is so racist, guys. If you remember him in like almost any show, any movie, this guy is always so freaking racist. Like, he was racist. He was the one that couldn't stand black people in the Bronx Tale. I think he had an issue with folks in, I think when he was in what was that show with Forrest Whitaker, but I don't remember. But the point is, he is always he is always a racist. But Jimmy over here, he's like, yeah, whatever. Look, we got action happening in front of us, okay? Because now he sees that Marvin done pulled up. And guys, Marvin was very, very excited. Okay, I'm kind of skipping ahead, but Marvin was very excited about the fact that he had the trees. Like, oh, I Lysol the nigga up. I put the trees on him, smell like Christmas, like Christmas is gonna come soon up in there. He ain't gonna smell it. And I'm like, Marvin, you give me life. Please don't take Marvin away. You can't get rid of Marvin. I honestly think, look, and I don't want to kill Lulu off. I love Lulu. But I really do think that they would do an injustice to this show if they got rid of Marvin, guys. Like, for real. Don't play yourself. Like, he brings the gangster element and the comedic element. So don't do that to us, okay? Hey, Naya and Detroit Kings and Big Smooth and One Shot. All right, so let me get back to this whole thing. So this dude, the racist guy, Dominic, he is also talking about how animal, that's what he said, right? Animal. All he is doing is looking at Marvin and he's calling him a freaking animal already. Like, you just already knew what was coming. So you knew the N words was coming, you knew all of that. Now, normally you get another Italian dude to agree, but this guy, he wasn't having it. New people, black folks moved on my block. They don't bother me. They got kids the same age as mine. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. Let's pay attention to what the heck is going on. So instead of respecting what the guy says, Dominic is like, so if one of those licorice looking niggas or whatever, one of their licorice looking sons comes in and talks to your daughter, what are you going to do, huh? So he's like, I haven't thought of that. You know what I'm saying? Because my mind is not all jacked up like yours. Now, once again, let's pay attention to over here. All right. So now, I think I'm kind of jumping a little bit. Some of this stuff might be a little, all over the place, just a little bit. Okay. So imagine this is Kanan. Sometimes I want to get into Kanan's head, because this actor, I think is Makai Curtis, I believe, he does such a great job with these facial expressions. Sometimes he's just like, what the heck is going on? Sometimes he looks so scared, and in this moment right now, he's like, what the heck is happening? Like, he knows he has a type of mother that some days these little pop-ups like this might be a little scary. Listen, it's different for him now. He know that she was behind killing D Wiz, and he done seen some things, and so now it's kind of like when mom just show up and how she be knowing everything. If mom's showing up and she's smiling in my face like this, what do I do? Like, what's happening? So I was kind of thinking that even though she looks all cute and stuff, I thought this was a little scary for Kanan. I mean, I wasn't sure, but whatever. Like, imagine waking up to this face, but this lady can wreak some serious havoc. Okay. Now, anyway, she's letting him know, look, we need to go out. I mean, we need to go on a camping trip. Me and you. Remember when High Post used to take us camping? And he's like, yeah, but you hated camping. Kanan is not here for it. He doesn't want anything to do with his mom right now, because he knows that she has been keeping some secrets. So now he's losing a lot of trust in her. I made some mention about how I believe that, she only has a small window left. It's closing of her manipulating Kanan. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be a wrap for all of that. Okay. So I'm interested to see, honestly, how far she's going to go with it, because she's going to keep pushing the envelope, like, for real. So now he goes into the room and talks to Juke, and he said, I tried that thing you said about the eyes, and I went over to that cop's house, and it felt way too familiar. What if he's not lying? Juke was on some, no, he's lying, don't listen to him, this and that. And I was really pissed at her for that. I didn't appreciate that at all, but it is what it is. Like, it's okay for you to find that whole familiarity in your mother's eyes, but he can't do that. Like, if he found that it felt way too familiar, why is that okay for your situation, but it's not okay for his? I understand that, it's the lie that not high post, DEFCON is your daddy, this and that and the third. But I mean, come on, y'all. And Juke, like we were talking about last night, she probably knows, but she's trying to keep the lie alive, just like the brother was in the other, that other episode. I think that was last week. Okay, I'm gonna check in real quick to see what you guys are talking about before I move on. Kendall says that's why Kanan kept side-eyeing her in this episode. Yeah, because he doesn't know. He's so lost at this point. Guys, I still have a soft spot for Kanan right now, even though I know that he's gonna turn into this monster. But I have a soft spot for him because he's a kid, you know what I mean? And he's so confused, and he does a lot of things that piss me off so bad. But it's a terrible situation he's in, his mother, his uncles, or he's just surrounded by terribleness. Hey, AG. And Naya says that, yeah, Jukebox was being hypocritical in that scene. Yes, very. Okay. Now, Art Love, hi. I don't know if I said hi to you. All right, so let me get back, and then I'm going to check in with you guys again. We're going to talk about that support game, and not yet. All right. So this is another scene where I was talking about, I kind of talked about it already, where Marvin was saying, like, why don't we just shut things down? And, she said, we can't shut it down because, they're going to try to come over to us. So just, everything's going to be fine. I'm going to handle it when we come back. All right. Troll Farm, thank you for the super chat. I think famous neighbor is going to be Kanan's true mentor. She won't be lying to him like his mother. You might be onto something, because a mentor with benefits, though. You know what I'm saying? I really think he's gonna be hitting them skins, honey. I do not think that lady discriminates. She looks like she's just a hot box. I mean, you know how it is. But thank you so much, Troll Farm, for that super chat and that wonderful comment, because we gonna see, and I'm definitely gonna keep you in mind if that happens. Kendall says, please hit the like button. Please do that, guys. Eric Iverson says, I rooted for adult Kanan too, because he taught Ghost everything, but he and Tasha set Kanan up so Ghost can be the man. Shaking my head, that's messed up. Yeah, and so yes, sometimes it's true. You could probably have a soft spot for grown Kanan a little bit, even though I don't think I ever did, because he just came out the gate swinging. Like, I couldn't even get with this guy when he did the whole thing with what is his name, Rolla. I just couldn't get with him. Like, I was like, you are grimy something, even though I don't want to say it's justified, but you know what I'm saying. He had his reasons, but I just don't do that. Don't go after somebody that didn't have nothing to do with it. Just keep your eyes on Tasha and Ghost and get them out of here. That's what I feel like he should have done. All right, so yeah, they're getting ready to go. He's very proud of putting the trees on it. I had something in the banner where he says, smell like Christmas, come soon up in there, like, okay, you're funny guy. All right, now let me see what else we got. Let me get out of that real quick. I don't think I have any more banners, which is good. Okay, so now we get to this scene right here. I did speak a little bit about it last night. Lulu is very excited about Ziza, okay? So he is basically telling this guy here, and they're in a meeting and Crown is there too, and he's talking about, oh, Ziza is this and she's that, she's the best, I'll put her up against anybody, names that we knew, right? And some really good singers too, by the way. And he was like, right, and she looked good, right? Tell him, Crown, right, Crown. And Crown was like, yeah, he just a little excited. You gotta excuse him. He my money guy. They don't be knowing nothing about that, this and that. I think he said something about he's like the A&R stuff, but they don't really know about the business side of things. And he really did kind of diss him. And then he was like, you know what, can I just holler at you outside real quick and everything? So the fact that he even removed the guy from that whole meeting right there, that was already a slight, So then when they go out, he couldn't even go like, can we go to another office? They over there talking trash right in front. I mean, not in front of him, but right there. And clearly, Lulu can hear everything that they're saying. Look at Lulu's face, because once they start going back and forth with each other, the dude doesn't even seem like he's really feeling Lulu either. You know what I'm saying? So even when they go outside and Crown is like, yeah, it took so much for me not to laugh at that ninja. And the dude was like, yeah, I don't like him either. I was like, what? Like, do you even know him? Like, what the heck is going on? So you can see the slight all over Lulu's face. Like, he's not here for it. He's not happy. Like, they trying to play me like I'm some type of sucker, some type of clown, whatever. That's not me. Okay. So when they go outside, they're leaving. Crown is like, yo, you need to work on your light touch, Lou. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to finesse a nigga. And he said, before he could finish saying, he said, bop, knocked him right down. Okay. Was that a light enough touch for you? You know what I'm saying? I've been holding this in for a minute. And he was like, I'm tired of you putting your hands on me, blah, blah, blah. He pulls out the gun. And he's like, if you want to pull that out, you better use it. And he said, who says I won't use it? Lulu says, me, Negro. And then he turns his back, which was very stupid. Some people might say, oh, that's real gangster. I mean, gangster but stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because he's really telling him and challenging his manhood at the same time. Like, bro, I know for a fact you won't do it. And I just send you. What? Moochie, So now we get to this scene where Renee, she said, I wanted to call a separate meeting with you because I see that you do not like talking in the group and I feel like you're holding back, right? So he is like, listen, I'm a private person. I don't like to freaking talk, in front of anybody. And so she says, okay, but he's like, I don't like to give my business. And she said, well, your business is my business and you not sharing your business is bad for business, blah, blah, blah. And then she kind of throws it in his face that if he doesn't share with him, she has to tell the judge. And if she tells the judge, he's going to put him in jail. And he's going to be sitting there thinking, why didn't I just talk? So now he's like, what the heck do you want from me, Renee? Like, I'm doing everything you asked. What do you want? So she's like, just start with something. Tell me something I don't know about yourself. So we get into the whole thing where he has a daughter. And she said, yes, I do know you have a teenage daughter. And he said, yeah, whatever the heck she is, she don't talk to me. And she won't forgive me for something that I did. And he kind of admitted, like, I don't want to say, I'm saying kind of, because I don't feel like he's a effed up dad. I think that he has a lot of things to work on and that he's trying to work on them and that he's definitely made a few mistakes, but he's really beating himself up right now. And he said, I'm an effed up dad, but I need to let you know that I'm not sick. I did something that she's not going to forgive me for. It wasn't nothing sick or nothing like that, but I'm just dumb. I'm not a sick Negro, but I'm dumb. And I was like, oh, Marvin, please don't take my Marvin away, guys. I will cry. I will freaking cry. I don't know. I think he might be like my number one person. I didn't know that he was my number one person probably until this season, but I always loved Marvin. But anyway, I always tell you guys with different shows, I'm always like the person that roots for the underdog. And I feel like he was kind of like the odd man out when it came to his siblings last season. So it's just, I be on it like that when it comes to those type of people. I always want the best for them. But Marvin been on some stuff too, not really. I don't know if he's thinking that good. I feel like he's not stupid. We see that he's getting more patient, but he might be making some faulty decisions a little bit, and we're going to talk about that a little later. Troll Farm Buggy says that Marvin is my favorite character. Yes. Okay. So now we get to this scene right here. They're on their way, okay? And look at Kanan's face. First, it's awkward as heck, guys, okay? Awkward. And they got the music playing, and he does not want to talk. So she turns the radio off and she's like, okay, so tell me, have you heard from Davina, this and that? And he's like, yeah, her cousin says she down south somewhere or whatever. And then she said, I liked her and everything. So do you have somebody else? And he's saying, ain't nobody else. She's like, come on, tell me. So we find out, oh, it's somebody in Crown's building, blah, blah, blah. So we know just the fact that he mentioned that, we know that there's going to be more to come with that storyline, which of course we knew that, right? Somebody made such a great point, I think last week during one of my lives or in a comment, and they said they think that Crown might use those two ladies, Palomar and her daughter, to actually set Kanan up or something like that, and I think that's pretty interesting. Now, if that were to happen, that means that he's really playing with fire, because he's on Lulu's hit list, and then he'll definitely be on Rock's hit list. And the thing about Rock is she ain't gonna hesitate to put a bullet in him. Okay, so we shall see. Now she's telling him, do everything for fun, don't take none of these hoes seriously, you know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, can turn music back on. Have anybody noticed that the actor has really, it seems like he took the time away from this season to really try to talk like 50 Cent. Like, I noticed it. Like, it's like he tries to talk more through his jaws a little bit and everything. Like, you said it was for protection, but I don't think it was for protection. Like, that's how we be talking or whatever. But anyway, I'm not saying I'm annoyed with it or nothing like that, but I'm just saying I noticed it. So he really went hard at this season. He was practicing out here, baby, okay? I really appreciate when actors do stuff like that. Like, they try to embody that person that they're playing. All right, now let's move on. So Juke was sitting home and she was listening to her, the music, and that's because Crown gave her the tape. Oh, Crown gave her the tape like a freaking jerk, because you know why? He wants to sow discord in their family. All right. And that's one thing that I'm noticing with this with this season right here, is they are trying to pit folks against each other, So I was saying that I kind of see like a little civil war going to happen with this family. I don't know when, but that's what I see for the future. So she rose up. She's listening to her song, the song that she wrote, the song that she killed. Okay. And she hears another voice on it, wrecking. When I say tearing the song up, I'm talking about wrecking it, soiling it. All right. Doodling on the song. Let me shut up. Anyway. Hey, Ronald and Tamika. So she goes and like, okay, I'm not having this. I'm gonna go confront this heifer. You stole my song or whatever. So Ziza's like, I don't gotta steal nobody's song. And how the heck you know where I live and all of that? And Juke is like, Then she said, Crown told me. Okay, so Ziza says like she, she already said she don't have to she don't have to steal nobody's song and stuff like that. And she's like, who gave you this? No, she said, so who you think gave me the song? And no, I think I'm getting it wrong. Juke said, who gave you the song? Caesar says, who you think? Lou. And he didn't even tell me that it was yours. And I was like, ooh. And y'all know, like, I don't know if y'all realized that in last season we saw that Lou and Juke, they were pretty close. Okay, so this is not good for their relationship at all. All right, so she walks away and then she goes to confront her uncle. And I don't even know if I have that clip, guys, but she goes to confront her uncle and he tells her that he's sorry. I should have asked you. She said, well, if you would have asked me, I would have said no. Okay, because that's just that. I would have just freaking said no. And he was like, well, in this business, we got to figure out, when it comes to the music stuff, we got to figure out what material goes best with which artists and stuff, and the song that you wrote was beautiful. And Juke was like, so what you saying? Like, but just not beautiful enough for me. And he's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. But I thought that it would have been cool for Ziza. And I let her take a swing at it and she hit it out the park. And guys, I was like, are we serious right now? Because when I heard Ziza singing that song, I was not thrilled at all. Okay. And at some point it made me say, well, maybe not Crown. Maybe Lulu is not really cut out for this music stuff the way he thinks he is. Because if you think that the song was more suited for Ziza over your niece, who, like, oh my gosh, she tore that song up. She sung that from her all the pain and the depths of her soul. You got to be kidding me. So I'm starting to look at Lulu and say, you know what, bro, I was here for you chasing your dreams, but I don't think this music stuff is for you, because you're. And then he gets really, really passionate about stuff that's not even hot. So I don't know. But I digress. We're gonna move on. Yes, Kendall says, yeah, Ziza just got the look. Okay. Karen Jones said, swing and a miss. Okay. And it's so funny because anytime for him to use that whole like batter up, or not even batter up, but that whole analogy of taking a swing or this and that, it's funny because that's what they use when Rock would call on him to do a hit, batter up, get your Reggie Jackson on. And here it is talking about some, oh, you gone. I let her take a swing and she hit it out the park. Boy, bye. You don't be on my nerves, Lulu. Khadija says, when people know you're going to say no, they go behind your back and do ish anyway. And you know what? Yes, totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Jeremiah says that Lulu is trying to be Lucius Lyon. You know what? He really is, but Lulu don't have nothing on Lucius. Lucius was really the truth, okay? Really the truth and gangsta at the same time. So I don't know about that, right? I mean, I do think he is trying, but So now we get to this scene. I told you guys about this. I cannot stand this lady. She's doing stuff that she shouldn't be doing. She's been following or just been staking outside the house. I'm going to say stalking because when you're staking out somebody's house as a cop, that's a part of your job. She's not doing her job. So she's stalking. And I kind of feel like Detective Howard can actually probably get her in trouble. And somebody made a comment on my on I think the video from last night, and they said that maybe he'll take the legal. I mean, I'm paraphrasing what they said, but they think that that Detective Howard is gonna get him and get her, Burke, in trouble instead of killing her, because I feel like he's gonna kill her, but he's gonna get her in trouble with the captain and stuff. He's going to take legal action instead. And I think that's smart. Keep his hands clean. Don't kill her. He knows that it would be too much for him to kill her because she's a cop. So that would be foolish of him. But I do think he's smart enough to make it look like an accident, like on some type of line of duty type of thing, So that's one thing. So, she's really down Andrea's throat, and Andrea's like, we don't have that kind of relationship. She's like, oh, you're having sex with him, but you don't have that kind of relationship. Like, girl, yeah, that happens. You don't know. So she hits her with the, listen, if you don't tell me what I need to know, then guess what? I'm going to get child welfare on you and all of that. So that is what made Andrea talk. And it's really nothing to tell, but unfortunately when she brought up the whole son thing, because she could have stopped right there. She didn't have to say he had a son. Like, really, Andrea? So she did that. But I was hoping that Andrea would go back and tell Detective Howard, and she did, but it didn't turn out good. She she said, well, she's asking me all these questions, and I mentioned the son, and he flipped out. Detective Howard flipped out when he said that. I mean, when she said that she mentioned the son. And he's like, don't you have some type of clause in your line of business, like you don't say something, a confidentiality clause in your line of business that says to shut the F up, and he said, me and you are done. Get out. And she's like, what, Malcolm? Are you serious, Malcolm? I can't believe this. So, I felt really bad for her because I said, ooh, that's money. That's money walking out right now. I mean, she's had to walk away she must be walking away from some good money. That is her probably primary source of income, and it's probably more comfortable for her too. You know what I'm saying? Because she doesn't have to really probably go from man to man to man. And he's probably paying her a nice penny to get them panties. Okay, so that's that. But we're gonna move on. I know I be acting a little silly sometimes. Okay, so now we get to the Catskill. They are here. She sees the knife, and as she's register or checking in, I did also notice that she went under the name Jones instead, so she had her little alias going on, which was very smart because, hey, God forbid if something does pop up, she's under Jones. That's no real proof that she was there. So she is covering her tracks with that, which is very good. All right. But Kanan is also talking to a little white chick named Hannah and talking about some bear repellent and blah, blah, blah. So she sees it and she's like, you better stay away from her. But of course, this kid does not listen, never, never, ever. And have y'all noticed that every single time she tells Kanan not to do something and he does it, something happens from that every time. All right. So now we had a situation where they were like by the fire and they were talking and everything. And she was, trying to just bond with him. And he was just bored. Kanan was not here for it. And he said, I'm gonna go get some chips or whatever. He said, I'm gonna get some more snacks. And she's like, you need money, whatever. So he's like, I'm good. So he walks off. And remember, this whole time, Dominic and Jimmy have a little cabin over there that's in eye shot of their cabin. So they can see what the heck is going on. And Jimmy is like, yo, the kid is on the move. Go keep an eye on him, keep him distracted until I'm done with the mother. So Dominique is like, okay. Dominique sees Kanan talking to Hannah and he's just watching and all that stuff. Him and Hannah starts kissing and Dominique is like, hey, get your freaking hands off of her, just being very nosy, very Karen-ish, you know what I mean? And so the mother comes in and she's like, when I say the mother, of course, I'm talking about Rock, and she's like, you stay away from my son and all of that. So then when they were leaving, she's like, how many times I have to tell you, Kanan? Stay away from white girls. They ain't gonna do nothing but get you killed. That's how it always has been. That's how it always will be, and all that stuff, right? So I'm gonna stop for a few. No, never mind. That's off the subject. Sorry, I was gonna stop in here, which I had to say, but nobody's talking about this particular situation. All right, so yeah, so when we get back, Dominic is like, "What happened?" And Jimmy says some man and his son came out and they was looking for firewood. They asked her for firewood, so he couldn't kill Rock. And Rock is out there, and she was like scared, like, Kanan, I know, because she heard the rustling and everything in the leaves and in the woods, and she's like, who is that, Kanan? Are you trying to scare me? Blah blah blah. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, how is this gonna work out? Because we know she's not gonna get killed. And then here comes the man and his son. So I said, okay, fine. So now Dominic is like, okay, well, why don't we kill both of them? Okay, her and her little nigger. And because I caught him out there, he was about to this young lady or whatever he said. And Jimmy says, yeah, you know what? Somehow I doubt you saved the day. You know what I'm saying? But we don't kill kids, but go ahead, because if Sal finds out that you killed a kid, he'll put a bullet between your eyes faster than you can say white power. Okay, so I actually liked that scene. So now we get to this scene, and he wants to go to bed because now he's pissed off because she yelled at him, but she's like, you want to make some s'mores? And he's like, no, I want to just go to bed. And she's like, okay, I'm sorry, Kanan, for yelling at you, but the way that guy was on you like that, he looked like he was ready to rip you apart, and she was right. And I just want, I was scared. So can we talk for a minute? Anyway, so they're over there and talking and everything and just she's over here talking about the no secrets and, let's just, this is your throne if you want it and all of this stuff. And I guess this is the pep talk before they get ready to go and bury this freaking body. Okay. Because did we really come up here for bonding? You want to keep me away from Detective Howard, but it's like, you really wanted me to come up here and help you dump a body or whatever. So it's just like, I don't know, Rock. I don't see you having any type of genuine motive when it comes to this. But Kanan was like, you know what? If there's no secrets between us, so are you going to tell me everything too? And she says, all you have to do is ask. So I don't know if he would have asked her, because my thing is, Kanan, this is your time to speak. You're going to go to Juke and you're going to say, what if he's not lying? This is my, my father. What if this is really my father? Well, this is the one that you need to ask. Ask her, see what the heck she say. But she's gonna come up with some more lies, and maybe that's what he didn't want to face again. Like he probably is really hurt when he thinks about everything. You could imagine what's all going on in his head. All his life, he thought that this man, this big gangster, this hood legend, was his father, and now he find out a cop is his dad, and his mom been lying to him all this freaking time. And what else have you lied about, mom? It's ridiculous. So let me see what you guys are talking about. Why was she there not strapped though? Right. Knowing the task at hand. Exactly. That's my thing. And then Big Smooth says, her and her new adversaries, she just disrespected on their turf. Okay. Khadijah said he lied talking about he was gonna R her. Yep. Naya says, I'm sorry, I'm gonna skip over Naya. You guys are jumping. I thought the Italian mob didn't kill women and children. Very good point. Very, very good. Very good. Because I forgot about that too. And y'all know I love the mob stuff. And I actually forgot about that. But probably when the woman is not innocent and she's in the game. I think when it comes to civilians, they don't. So she's not considered a civilian. She's in the game. So yeah, I think that's why she's a safe kill. So Ronald Cameron says, remember that line, Miss K, about what Rock told Kanan about staying away. I believe Marvin messing with Tony and possibly killing her is what could get him in trouble, possibly with the Italians. Wow. That's scary. Don't do that. She made herself a target with that disrespect. Canna says, hey, Canna, unless a woman is in their way. Yes. All right, let's get back to this. So, she even let him have something. I mean, it was alcohol, it was liquor, and it was really strong, obviously, because she said put hair on your chest and all that stuff and bring life to an old man and all this and that. We find out that her father made his own stuff and everything, just cool little things that we're learning. And they kept bringing up high post, which I told y'all last night that means a lot to me. So I'm really hoping that they are gonna come out with some things, because I do think she killed high post. Now, once we always make this point that she learns from men, okay? And I do believe that when she learns from men, she applies it her own way, and she's not afraid to get rid of somebody after she's done used them up, and after, she wants that spotlight now, She's very dangerous. So now we get to this scene. Look at the Marvin is a trip. We got the trees, the little car trees, all on this man's body. So she telling Kanan, help me with him, like everything is normal out here. Help me get the Christmas tree out the freaking trunk, because we about to go and set this up in the cabin and decorate together. That's how we bonded. No, that's how normal families bond. Okay, obviously it's not Christmas and all that, but I'm just saying, okay, we not getting no Christmas tree out the trunk. But this is how she's talking to the young man. Help me get this out the trunk. Like it's just okay. This is regular life. It is. It's their regular life. All right. And he is looking at her like, what the heck is going on now? And then they have to start, doing a little shoveling and stuff. Put the body, do what they got to do. Hey, all of this stuff, people want to see this kid turn into a monster. It's growing inside. His innocence has to be taken out slowly first. You know what I'm saying? Before he could just turn into a straight monster. His mother lying to him, manipulating him, and him finding all that out, that's gonna help turn him into a monster, to be honest. All the lies, like, when you're after a while, you feel like you can't trust nobody anymore, your heart turns cold. So criminal family bonding time. Exactly. Bonding over a body. BBB. Just get that BBB time in, okay, honey? So now we got run your mouth Kanan. Oh my gosh. I mean, guy just talks and talks and talks. How do you come off and tell somebody? I mean, Lulu didn't even say anything to make this dude feel like he knew about the mom, about the sister having sex with Crown. But he is giving detail, honey, coming in late and her hair be all messed up. And yo, I didn't know, but you family, I'm just trying to let you know that if I would have known then that is what was going on, then I would have told you and all that stuff, because you can't, and uncle, blah, blah, wouldn't do that to you, just running all at the mouth. Lulu's playing it cool, like, yo, I knew that. I knew about that. Don't worry about that. She gonna do what she gonna do. So here he goes. And he's like, listen, just get out of my face, please. Stop bothering me and go right. And then you can get down again. And once he leaves, the part where he said, oh, her hair used to be all messed up when she used to come in, and he said, but I thought it was because he used to, he had the windows down in the car. Like, Crown, I mean, not Crown, Famous. Oh gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, there was something else. I think Kendall's there. Okay, Kendall says, Miss K, so could Rock have set up DEF CON to go to prison as well as a Marvin in order to run the job? Wow, you know what? Probably so. I believe it. I honestly believe that she has been the reason for most downfalls of the men in her life. I really do. And I hope that they touch on the DEF CON situation and the High Post, because they brought High Post up again. So I'm feeling like they want to make sure that we don't forget about High Post, so that when stuff starts really like all her dirt start coming out, I cannot wait. And honestly, guys, I had this whole theory about what's his name, Scrap, and I thought that he was kind of tied into High Post a little bit, because he kind of went further back with them, that maybe he knew a few things when it came to that, and I thought that he would have been the one to kind of like, I don't know, he's not a snitch, so he probably wouldn't have said anything, but maybe by mistake or by chance. But I don't know if she really did kill High Post. How did she do it? And no, well, she burned him up, obviously, but I mean, who's going to reveal that? That's the question. So here is his face, Lulu's face, looking like, okay, yeah, I knew that. It's okay, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about it. And now look at him. So I just can't wait to see. I don't know if he's going to kill people. I feel like he's going to kill Crown. Some people feel like he's not going to kill Crown, and he might get killed instead. I don't know, but I feel like Crown should have died by now. There's more and more offenses going on, and it's just like, okay, Crown, you need to go. As cute as Quincy is, the actor, he got to go. He is a terrible character, as far as like just one of those real what's the word I'm looking for? It's not really grimy, but it's like, I don't know, sleazy. Yeah, sleazy. I don't like how he is with the ladies. I don't like how he is with business. I don't like how he's into like being disrespectful. I just don't. He has this kind of personality that's just not cool at all. Like, he's begging. Yes, Tamika, he is begging without even knowing. You know what I'm saying? All right, now we get this scene right here, and it confused the crap out of me, guys, okay? Because Juke has let it be known that she is not into the brothers, but when this young brother was coming on to her, she's like, don't you need to pray or something like that? He was like, I'm praying you gonna give me them digits, and she was just like, that prayer ain't gonna get answered, son. I said, so what was all the playing with the flipping of the hair situation for? What was that? What was that about, girl? And she does look so cute, honestly. I do like her hair like that. But I'm like, what was that all about? Is there a possibility here? Because I don't think they would have showed this for nothing. Like, this might be her one, just the one dude that she actually got it in with, Sometimes that happens. And hey, you never know. You never know. Okay, little D-Wiz point 2. So now I said point 2, 2.0. And so now we have her singing because Kenya was like, oh, my daughter sings, blah, 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 whatever. And look at her. When Juke starts going in, Kenya is looking at her like, woo, girl. Oh, my gosh, that's my daughter. She was proud of her. It was really good. It was a good scene to me. Some people didn't like it, but I loved it. All right, so now we get Marvin, and this is what I was talking about earlier when I said that Marvin is kind of doing some things, guys, that I feel like it's, faulty moves. He's following or he found um oh my gosh, Tony. And he sees that she done moved up. He was following her when she went shopping, and then the cop, as what the cop bothered him as he was parked in space and all that, to ask him to move and stuff. And then while he was following her here, or kind of like stalking outside the house, it looked like the cop was following him as well again. And that's why I say faulty moves, guy. Faulty moves. Please, you're starting to be more patient. So if you are more patient now, Marvin, start to just like pay attention to your surroundings. Like, just pay attention. Especially if you are following this lady so that you could kill her. Because what the heck is going on here? All right. And when he saw Tony kissing this dude, he was like, oh, if you only knew where that mouth was. I was like, oh my gosh, Marvin, stop. So Tony, I believe she's definitely going to be a part of the body count. But, I just think that adding her to the list, there's going to be a serious, once they start racking up the body count, I think there's going to be a serious discovery. So wherever they put all these bodies, once they're done with this series, the bodies are going to start coming out the woodwork probably. You know what I'm saying? And then folks are either going to get killed or go to jail. I don't know who's going to survive and actually go to prison and who's going to get killed. Will Uncle Marvin survive by way of prison though? And Lulu get killed, or will Rock get killed, or will she survive? Like, I don't know. So whatever. All right, so now it's time to leave. And she's like, go ahead, bring the keys back to the front desk and all that stuff, and stay away from that white girl. But did he listen? No, he did not. He did not freaking listen. He went right the heck over there because the white girl was up in there cleaning up or something like that. And she saw him, and he's like, yeah, I was hoping I could see you before I leave and stuff. Like, I'm like, you know what, Kanan? Oh my gosh, I can't deal with you. You don't freaking listen. I really wish that he didn't show up. I mean, he didn't turn out the way he did, because it's like, it just shows me that he never, ever learned, ever. So it's so irking. But anyway, so Jimmy sees the kid is on the move again. Okay, can you please just freaking watch him? Can I trust you that you're not going to do anything or whatever? He's like, oh, Scout's honor, And of course, he's a freaking liar, because once again, he catches Kanan and Hannah kissing or doing whatever. So he can't take it. So he attacks Kanan, and everybody knows he was about to kill Kanan, right? As Brillo says, about to turn that water off. All right. Shout out to Brillsy Brills. He was about to turn Kanan's water off, but meanwhile, the mom, she over here about to put in that knife work on this man here, on Jimmy, because Jimmy was trying to come through. I said, listen, this time, see, in the woods, he was going to get her if that man and his son didn't show up. But this time, I knew it. I said, she going to be ready for him this time, especially she had that knife. I knew it. I said, she going to be ready. So he's, trying to creep in the house and all of this stuff. And there we go, out of nowhere, here she come with the knife, and she said, oh, Sal sent you or whatever. He said, yeah, he tried to give you a message and you didn't want to listen. And she said, no. He said, you didn't want to hear him or something. And she said, I hear fine, I just don't listen very well, or something like that. And then the girl comes and she's like, oh, okay, they're trying to kill Kanan, help. So this is what makes them go and run after, okay, because it didn't show like them finishing their little conversation or whatever. So when they get there, Jimmy shoots Dominic the donkey, and now Kanan winds up getting Dominic's gun, and he has it on Jimmy. So she's like, listen, me and my son, we getting out of here. I'm gonna strike a deal. I'm gonna talk about make a deal with Sal when we get back, but me and my son walking out of here alive today, okay? Jimmy is like, what about her? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Rock turns to Hannah and says, don't say nothing. No, she ain't gonna say nothing. And then she says to Hannah, you ain't gonna say nothing, right? Or my people and his people, we gonna come at you, okay? So she's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not gonna see anything. How many of you guys think that this is not the last time we're gonna see of Hannah? Even though she's all the way up in the Catskills, do y'all think that we're gonna see her again? I don't know. She feels pretty... there's something about her that makes me feel like we're gonna see her again. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I just really feel that we might see her again. And Kanan, like his mother said, no more side deals, this and that and the third. And I just thought about this. Kanan was talking to her and she was like, "Oh, this is homegrown weed, and have you ever had this kind of dope from California, this and that and third?" I kind of feel like he might use her as, you know, a connect for some like little side hustle. Now, of course, little selling some weed and stuff like that, it's not really big, but for Kanan as a kid, he might try to, you know, use that as his little side hustle or something. I don't know, but she was talking all of that stuff, and I don't think it was for nothing. You know, a lot of dialogue going on between them, and I just don't think it's something that we should ever forget. Now, when it comes time for him to do his thing and he's doing, you know, by himself, we might see Hannah again. He might call her up, might get on the Greyhound and link. Okay, that's what I think. But yes, please don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much, Kendall. Appreciate you, hon. So Big Smooth says, Kanan about to use Hannah as a safe house. Thank you. Okay, Kendall says maybe Hannah's friend does grow weed. Oh, so we on the same page, boo, and I didn't even read your comment yet. Grow weed, so that could be some type of connect. Yes, okay, same page. Same page. All right. So Hannah's like, no, I won't say anything. And listen, she ain't gonna talk, and we gonna see that she could probably be trusted. Plus, she likes Kanan. Okay. Now this dude is over here like, what is wrong with you? Why do you shoot the both of them? And Jimmy is just looking at him like, man, when we get back, I don't know what the heck is going to happen, yo. Freaking Sal's probably going to be pissed. So he's probably thinking about what the heck he going to have to tell Sal and why this ninja, why he had to wind up shooting this dude, you know. And he probably might get killed because, listen, Jimmy is probably more trusted than this dude, Dominic, okay? And so if he tells Sal that he had to shoot Dominic because he was stopping him from killing a kid, yeah, Dominic is probably done. Okay. And that's no problem. I don't mind. I don't care. You know, but this is how the episode ends, guys. And well, not really like this, but with Kanan and his mom driving away. And he's asking, well, who were those people? And she said, I think she said nobody, but there's some folks that's going to get dealt with because obviously she did not tell him. And it is what it is. You know, I feel like Kanan understands, and I said this already, he understands that his mother's not going to be honest with him about nothing. So he's going to continue to play his game as well. You said no side deals? Okay, yeah, sure. Because you ain't about to tell me everything, so I'm not about to tell you everything. And I'm not about to play by your rules. Because he wasn't doing it before, you know. But now the fact that his mom be lying too and she can't even live by her own rules that she's giving him, he's like, no, I'm gonna be a freaking hot mess out here in these streets now. All right. So that was that, guys. We're at mark 52.29. I totally appreciate all of you guys up in here tonight. This was easier for me to do. Normally I like to try to pre-record my video so that I could you know, just make it shorter, maybe 25 minutes, but it's okay. This is a lot easier, saves a lot of time. And I really appreciate everyone being here tonight. It's 12:07. So you guys can go on ahead and, you know, get your rest so that you can, you know, get up tomorrow and refreshed and all that stuff. I really appreciate your comments and the time. Savannah, love you. Kendall, Big Smooth, thank you. Khadijah A. Hall. And let's see, Tamika's Den, Naya, Kenna, Art Love was in here earlier, Karen Jones, I hope I said Naya already, AG, Robbie Jr., and Eric Iverson. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful and safe night, safe rest of the week. Please join us tomorrow if you're watching The Wire. Well, you're probably not watching it, but the rewatch, we are doing, I believe, we're doing season 2, and I think it's episode 10. All right. So meet me and Moochie back here tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Hopefully 10, because we're going to be on Lamont's channel. We might go a little bit over, so I might have to schedule it for 10:30. Okay. Good night, Star. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.